Hi, I'm Asia, and welcome back to the Strange Days Diaries, and welcome to another vlog. I'm actually gonna take my glasses off because they're fogging up because it's super humid where I'm at right now. But anyways, if this is the first time you're seeing me or the channel, like I said, my name is Asia, and I live and travel full-time out of my 1990 Chevy Astrovan named Spec. So if van life content is something you love to consume, then definitely consider subscribing because it helps me out a lot on YouTube as a small creator. So welcome to a new vlog. I'm so excited. I'm hitting the road today. Right now it's about 4 o'clock, which is kind of an odd time for me to start a vlog, but I just got off work. I'm in San Francisco and I have the next 4 days off. And if you guys are a longtime viewer of the channel, then you would know that any kind of days I have off from work, any duration, I am getting the hell out of town and going on a trip. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. And I just really enjoy vlogging and documenting it all for you guys. So I guess without further ado, let's get the hell out of here. So I just arrived in Redding, California, and I drove about 4 hours and decided to stop here because my grandparents actually live here and it was getting pretty late. And I don't really like finding a stealth or just like a boondocking spot to camp when it's after dark. So I hit up my grandparents and was like, hey, any chance I could crash in your driveway? And they were like, absolutely. So I got to spend like a couple hours this evening with them, and my dad is also here. So it was a little bit of a family affair this evening that I didn't film just because it was like very in the moment. And so yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's about 10 o'clock now. And I just hopped back in Spec after spending the evening with the family inside the house. And my grandma gave me this extra blanket, which is super kind of her because it's like probably 10 or 15 degrees cooler up here in Redding than it was in San Francisco. I'm not too cold. I'm not like freezing by any means, but it's nice to have the extra blanket. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get ready for bed and hit the hay for tonight, and then I'll pick back up in the morning. So good night. I woke up the next morning to a bright and beautiful day, and like I said, I kind of spur of the moment visited my grandparents, and my dad was also there. So when I woke up in the morning, we all decided to get breakfast together. Since they knew I was gonna head out of town that day anyways, we wanted to kind of have one last meal together since I hardly ever get to see them. We went to Lulu's, which is a really cute old school diner in Redding, California. I love the nostalgic feeling of an old school diner, and they always have really great food here. Hello, good morning. I thought I'd hop on camera really quick after lunch because I know I've been filming B-roll and stuff for you guys and probably voiceovering, but I wanted to talk to you one-on-one. Oh my gosh, once again, my glasses are fogging up. I think I need to take the sweater off, actually. Last night was chilly, but honestly not that bad. I even kicked off some blankets in the middle of the night. It was almost getting too warm, even though it was in the low 30s. And then this morning, as you guys can see, the sun came out and it's just beautiful out. As you guys saw, I had breakfast with my family, which was super nice. And my dad actually is gonna join me today exploring this nearby area that I've always wanted to go to. You guys have met my dad in previous vlogs, I believe, but if you haven't, then you're missing out because he's really, really cool and he travels in an old vintage military truck, and he's also nomadic. Another fun fact, my whole family is nomadic. If you're new here, it's very cool. So I'm excited to bring you guys along with me to explore this nearby spot that I've always wanted to go to. And my dad's gonna join us because why not? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this sweater off because it's getting hot and then hit the road. All right, let's go. pulled up to one of our destinations of the day. I think I might grab my jacket now, since it looks like the sun is going in and out of the clouds. This is cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's so pretty out here too. These pine cones are freaking huge. This guy's sign, it's like broken. It's old, 1958. I bet there's older ones out here. Oh, I feel bad. His sign is missing. So Dad just told me apparently there's a really huge fire that came through here, and that's actually, this was obviously a wood headstone, and so it unfortunately burned in the fire, and a lot of the gravestone like headstones burned up, and like mementos that were on different headstones and stuff burned in the fire as well. I had heard about the Whiskeytown cemetery for a while, ever since I was researching Whiskeytown in general, which is just north of Redding, California. This whole area is really interesting, and stick with me here because we go exploring a lot in this video. But before totally going off road, we wanted to stop here and check out the cemetery. It's very old. It was locally made just by the people of Whiskeytown. The original Whiskeytown is no longer, so this is just an old relic of the past cemetery, essentially. And I don't know about you, but I think cemeteries are always really interesting to visit as I travel. The Whiskeytown Old Cemetery, and now we're heading to a new spot, this like landmark that I found on Google Maps that I'm interested in checking out, and Dad said that he was interested in checking it out too. So that's where we're headed next. I did read a review on this specific location that we're going to next, that 4x4 might be required, and we just got off the paved road, so I am gonna be curious if this is gonna be a total adventure off-roading or not to get to this location, but we shall see. It really is truly always an adventure. My van is all-wheel drive, so I'm betting I can make it, but we're about to find out. So far, it's not that bad at all. All right, so the roads are getting a little iffy, but nothing this old girl cannot handle, as in this old van, my little 30-year-old van. But yeah, it's getting a little rough. It is okay though. I think we'll be able to make it, but definitely on the fringe of too much, I think. Oh, come on, Spec. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Holy shit. It probably doesn't look that intense on camera, but trust me, the dips and potholes and like branches and stuff in the road are pretty intense. But again, nothing I don't think we can't handle. I mean, nothing he can't handle for sure, but me, I think we're good. All right, Dad just told me to wait, so he's gonna go up and see if this is too intense for Spec. Yeah, because that, again, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but that looks pretty intense right there. He's sussing it out for me, seeing if I can do it. It's always nice being able to travel with someone, especially someone as knowledgeable as him. He can really tell me if I can do it or not. I could do this myself, but it is nice having somebody here. What do you think?
That one's a little on the margins for Spec.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do is I'll spot you.
Okay.
The trick is you're gonna go way wide.
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
You don't want to go through that clunk
yeah.
on the inside. But there's a big root thing that I really want to spot you through. So yeah, hug the right side and then turn left up there.
All right, I'm gonna set the camera down and hopefully it stays up for you guys. We'll see. My camera freaking fell, but I made it. We made it up the hill. We are good to go. I also just got a winter storm warning on my phone, so hopefully it doesn't get too intense out here. We're about to find out. Dad just told me to stay here so that he can kind of see, because that looks like a deep dip right there. If we all had old school military trucks to off-road in, we would be good, I think. Yeah, so I think he's gonna check it out on foot just to see, or he's coming over to talk to me, I'm not sure. It looks pretty intense.
I don't think you're getting past that.
Oh no. I know.
I don't see a line for spec.
Okay.
I would have to shift into four-wheel drive to get
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's deep, and I don't see a line she could straddle.
Sadly, this is where we're gonna have to turn around. I think it's just too intense, so he's gonna use this area to turn around first, and then I'll follow. And we're gonna go all the way back. All right, so we're heading back now, which kind of sucks. We had to turn around, but the road, as you guys saw, was just way too intense. And it's still pretty intense coming down, but it just seemed to get like worse and worse the further up you went. But man, I wanted to go up there so bad. And I figured I would just tell you guys what it was that we were trying to get to. So apparently there's this old historic homestead that's been abandoned forever, for like probably hundreds of years. I don't know, maybe 100 years, I don't know, that I really wanted to check out and explore. And it's at the top of this like mountain basically. So the review was not wrong when it said you really need 4x4 to get up there. So now we know. I wish I could go up there. Maybe I'll go up there sometime just in my dad's rig or like a full-blown 4x4 vehicle. But for now, let's just safely get off this kind of treacherous road. But man, it is so beautiful out here. I'm absolutely loving it. All the fall colors are just so gorgeous. I'm so happy I came out. All right, so we just got off the mountain and we made it successfully. No breaks, no damage to the vehicles. And we just parked over here to take a little break after that little off-roading adventure. And then over here, this is just like a big parking area. I'm sure there's hiking trails around here, and there was a pit toilet bathroom, so that's very convenient, and I just took advantage. So yeah, we're just gonna take a little break, recalibrate, see if there's anywhere in the area that we'd want to camp for the night. And yeah, I guess that's all for now. It's so beautiful out here. It's so peaceful. I'm just so proud of little old Spec. She did so good off-road. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever done anything that extreme with Spec before. I've gone off-roading with her before, as you guys have seen, but nothing to that caliber. And I could have pushed it up that like gully or whatever where we turned around, but I decided it was probably best not to push it and just turn around, which now I'm like, oh, I'm so curious. Like I want to see what it may have been like and see if Spec could have made it, but that's okay. We just wrapped up our little break in this cute little area, and now I'm gonna follow Dad to a few spots that we think might be good to camp at for the night. Something that we've been seeing a bunch while we've been driving around this Whiskeytown area are these park pass required signs. And we weren't really sure if that meant for camping or just for being here. We weren't super sure. And I know that this is technically kind of like, it's not a national park, but some kind of like a Forest Service park, but it has a boundary. And so we were thinking we could find a spot on the outside of the boundary to camp for the night. And so for the last like 30 minutes. That's all we've been doing, is just driving around trying to find a spot on the outside of the boundary to camp for the night. But unfortunately, all the roads are gated off. Like, this place is locked down for camping, and we would just camp in the park, but today is a Monday and tomorrow is Tuesday, obviously. And weirdly, I don't know if it's every Monday and Tuesday, but today and tomorrow, the visitor like welcome center where you would buy a park pass is closed. So, and you can't buy it online. So we're just kind of like exploring the area, seeing if there's anywhere outside the boundary we could park for the night, but otherwise we're not super sure. So we're still kind of on the hunt here. I think we're gonna find a spot to kind of recoup so that we stop just burning fuel for essentially no reason. So I think that's what's about to happen here. Look at this huge parking lot. My gosh. I think there's a boat launch over there. I bet this place is popping in the summertime.
We go there and we go right and we immediately turn left on this South Fork Lookout Road. We're climbing up South Fork Lookout Road. Then there's this Miners Gulch Road.
Hello. So we finally found a camp spot, and I just hopped into the back of the van to grab a beanie and some warmer clothes because we just climbed to about 3,000 feet to find a camp spot, and it's so much colder up here. So definitely gonna wear at least a hat and probably layer up a little bit more. Should I wear my red beanie to match my red sweater? As we were driving up here, we passed this like primo campsite that looked over that beautiful lake that we had been driving around today. And there was already a guy there, and we were like, oh, because it would have been such a good spot, but that's okay. The spot we're at right now is so cool too. I'm excited to show you guys. Once I kind of gear up here, I'll take you outside and show you. So basically we just found a big pull off the side of the road that will work for both of us to camp at. And yeah, I think this will work. This is also bear country, so I'm really hoping actually to see a bear. You never know. But it is so beautiful out. Also, a lot of you guys know that my dad is also on YouTube, and if you didn't know, now you know. His YouTube is just Jackdaw Love, and his website is jackdaw.love. So if you're curious and interested in seeing some of his travels and his take on life and life on the road, then definitely follow. He's super close to 1,000 subscribers, so it'd be kind of cool if you got him 1,000 before the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I close the door?
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Hey. Nap.
By the way, if you guys have not seen inside my dad's awesome truck, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm sitting in, he has this little, like, I don't know, what would you call it, a bench area, like a little seat, like a love seat. This is the back of his rig, and then he has this kind of counter space to work on or cook, use as a kitchen, storage, his refrigerator. I'm just pointing out everything. If you don't mind, I hope you don't mind. No. And then his big bed, and it's solid. I don't know what you would consider it solid. It's not convertible, and he obviously has storage under it as well. But yeah, this is his cool rig. He's got a bunch of writing, and he, I think, writes all the places he spends the night on the walls. And stickers on the back door. This is the back of the rig. And then this is the front. The cab is behind this door. And this is a sliding door too, which is super cool. And he just has writing and more art and stickers on the wall. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. I'm trying to remember what this, 1954 Dodge M152.
You did it.
Yes, that's what it is. And my dad named her Hella. So anytime I reference Hella or say Hella, it's the name of the rig, just like my rig is named Spec. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys real quick, and this is the proud owner right here.
It's getting there. Yummers.
Dad made dinner. It's jambalaya rice with spicy sausage, and we put it in a tortilla, and it's really good. It's one of our favorite meals on the road, and the sun is just now setting. You can kind of see through our foggy windows because of the steam from the stove, but yes, I'm very excited for this. The sun has gone down. Here's our rigs. It's a cute little spot for the night. This is Dad's cool old oil lamp that he uses for heat and just for ambiance.
Yeah, but it's amazing for heat. In this space, it works great.
Yeah, and he's got cool lights for nighttime. Way cooler than mine.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it'll bring the temp up here in 10 degrees. It's just amazing.
That is amazing. And it's an oil lamp?
Yeah. It's an old watchman's lamp from old ship days. It's literally made by the same company that's been making them for over 100 years.
Wow.
So it's their same design they've been making for ships back in the 19th century.
Dad and I spent the rest of the evening watching TV shows and movies and just chatting. His rig is so deluxe and like relaxing to hang out in after dark with the oil lamp and all of the funky, fun LED lighting. I definitely need to step up my lighting game in spec, honestly. Hanging out in his rig has inspired me, so definitely stick around to see me upgrade my lighting because I think that'll be happening very soon on the channel. Hello. So I just hopped back into spec after spending the evening with my dad in his rig, and we just watched movies, had dinner, and just chatted a little bit. And it's about 32 degrees right now, so it's chilly with a really heavy like wind breeze, but it's not that bad. And I just dropped all my curtains, as you can see, and I also started my little heater. This is a Covea Cupid heater, and I put it on this tray just because I've got carpet and flammable things all around, like this curtain and obviously my cab curtain, and I just feel like it's safer when I'm running the heater inside to have it on a little tray. Even though there's a stand and it's not technically sitting on the floor, I feel like it's just safer this way, so I'm very warm and cozy in here right now. Due to my very small space in the Astrovan, this little tiny Covea Cupid heater heats up my space super quickly, which is amazing. I really only need to run it for like 5 or 10 minutes and my whole space is heated up. It's amazing. So I just turned it on. It'll be on for a couple minutes. And I also like to, as it's running, put my pajamas on and like brush my teeth and get ready for bed. Just, you know, while the heat is going. It's a little like nicer and more luxurious getting ready with the heat running, you know? And then I turn it off and then like quickly get into bed. But yeah, it feels so good to be out here camping. It's really sweet that I got to spend the day with my dad. That was very unexpected and really, really awesome. As you guys know, my whole family is nomadic, except for my brother now, technically, because he's in the army, but he still has his van. So I'm sure we'll be going on other trips in the future together in our vans. But yeah, it's just really special when we're able to connect, just like me and my other nomadic friends. Like, we don't get to connect that often because all of us are on the go all the time. So it's special when we do get to connect. But yeah, guys, I'm going to continue running this heater and then get ready for bed and go to sleep because I'm honestly really tired. But definitely subscribe because the next few days I'm going to be out here in Northern California around Shasta exploring and camping. And I think my dad is actually going to head out tomorrow. So I'll be solo for the next few vlogs. So definitely subscribe so you don't miss that. And as always, thank you so much for watching and subscribing, liking, commenting. All of it means the world to me. I love you guys so much, as you know. And with that being said, stay safe and I will see you on the road. Peace.